Reese Bass, definitely one of the most used sounds in electronic music. While most tutorials on Reese Basses focus on post-processing, I wanna show you 5 creative synthesis techniques to make unique and outstanding Reese Basses for your production right now. Number 1 is called FM Reese. It's based on frequency modulation, a common synthesis technique used to enrich a sound with harmonics. We start by activating the sub-oscillator. The reason I lower the oscillators by 2 octaves is to place the fundamental frequencies in the optimal range. This is usually done for bass presets. Then 2 sine waveforms, also 2 octaves down. I'm gonna modulate the oscillator A's frequency with the oscillator B and B's frequency with the sub. Also set the oscillator B level to 0. Let's set a macro to control the amount of detuning of both the oscillators and find the sweet spot. Wanna detune the oscillator B a little. The low-pass filter, I use the MG Low 24 to make the sound fat and remove the harshness. A distortion, OTT, and a Q to get rid of boxiness in the mid-range area. Hyperdimension for widening. Let's call the macro detune and tweak it a bit. Checking the result. For glides we need some portamento and legato. That's nice. Number 2. I call it PM Reese because it's based on phase modulation. Some synthesizers support this feature, Serum doesn't, but we're gonna do some trick and modulate the phase using an LFO. This time we're gonna use 2 sawtooths. Then remove the binding to BPM for the LFO1 and modulate the oscillator B phase with it. Like if this method is new to you. The next step is to add the low-pass filter for both the oscillators. A distortion. Let's get rid of some mids and boost highs a bit. Widening with hyperdimension. And experimenting with the initial phase. Legato portamento. Let's also modulate the LFO rate with a note to get a kinda retro vibe. Cool. The next one is based on sync warp mode, so I call it Sync Reese. Let's activate the sub oscillator and choose a sawtooth. Over 2 oscillators are also sawtooths. Then set warp mode for the oscillator B to the sync, unbind the LFO1 from BPM and modulate the warp with it. I want to detune the oscillator A for a fatter sound. Add the filter for all the oscillators. A distortion. OTT. And a Q to clean mids and extra highs. Fine-tuning to find the sweet spot. Portamento and legato again. This method utilizes the Flange Filter in Serum. Let's use a default wavetable and add the FLG- filter, modulating it with an LFO. I also want to add the oscillator B and detune both the oscillators slightly. Don't forget to apply the filter to the second oscillator too. OTT. Hyperdimension. And fine-tuning the cutoff. Again, legato portamento. I'm glad you made it to this point, because I want to show you one of my favorite sounds. We start with 16 unison voices of a default sawtooth. And then we're gonna introduce the game changer, the Reverb Filter. Next OTT. And a cue to tame the mids. And cut the extra highs. Legato and portamento as usual. It is super wide but still mono compatible. We can reduce the width in Serum settings. I hope you enjoyed that. Share your favorite techniques for Reese Basses down below. Maybe you know some other methods. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.